Hello everyone! Ako nga pala ang inyong Kuya Andre at sa video na ito ay pag-uusapan natin kung ano ang Riemann sum at kung paano ito ginagamit para ma-approximate ang area under a curve. Sa madaling salita, ginagamit ang Riemann sum para tansyahin o i-estimate ang area sa ilalim ng isang curve sa graph. So ano nga ba ang Riemann sum? Ang Riemann sum ay isang paraan ng pag-approximate ng area sa ilalim ng curve gamit ng mga rectangles. Ginagamit ito sa calculus para estimate ang area ng irregular shapes na hindi makuha gamit ang basic geometry formulas. So ang basic formula ng Riemann sum ay Riemann sum is equals to the summation of f of x sub I times delta x. So, ang mga variables na magagamit natin ngayon sa topic na Riemann sum ay una sa lahat ay ang delta x. So, ang delta x is the constant width of any rectangles. No? Next is x sub I. So, ang x sub I is the x value of the right edge of the ith rectangle. So, f of x sub I naman is the height of the rectangle, no? So, paano nga ba gumagana ang Riemann sum? So, ito nga pala ay divided interval, no? So, nakahati sila sa mga iba't ibang interval, no? Which is A and B into n sub-intervals na may equal width. Next is calculate ang width, no? So, delta x is equals to B minus A over N. Next is pagpili ng mga sample points, no? Whether left, right, or midpoint sa bawat sub-intervals para sa height. Next is calculate ang height, no? Or ang pag-estimate sa mga function f of x sub I sa bawat sample point. Next is ang pag-calculate ng area sa mga rectangles. So, area is equals to width times height is equals to delta x f of x sub I. And lastly is ang pag-add ng lahat ng areas. So, lahat ng rectangular areas para makuha ang total estimated areas. After explaining the basics about Riemann sum, let's proceed on this example problem. So, the integral of 2 to 6, 1/5 x squared dx. So, the given are a is equals to 2, b is equals to 6. So, the delta x is equals to b minus a over n. So, we substitute the value of each variable. So, we get 6 minus 2 over n equals the delta x is equals to 4n. So, we follow the formula of x sub I is equals to a plus sub I delta x. So, we substitute the value of a, which is 2, plus sub I, and the value of delta x, which is 4n. No? So, now that if we simplify those equation, we get x sub I is equals to 2 plus 4 sub I over n. If you're still confused where these formulas come from, let's recall on these formulas. After explaining and providing each a given, we can now proceed on finding the R of n or the Riemann sum. So, the summation of f of x sub I times delta x. Now, let's substitute the value of this sign. So, the summation of f of x sub I times delta x is equals to the summation of 1/5 times 2 plus 4 sub I over n squared for n. So, you're probably wondering where this 1/5 come from. So, the 1/5 comes from the f of x, which is 1/5, no? And next to it, there's also a given where there is an x squared. As we recall, x sub I is just the same as the x. So, we first substitute the value of f of x, which is 1/5 x squared, while we substitute the value of x, which is just like what I said, no, na x sub I. So, we get 2 plus 4 sub I over n squared because it is an x squared times 4 over n. So, now we get the summation of 4 over 5n times 2 plus 4 sub I over n squared. So, you're probably wondering or asking, where did this 4 over 5n come from? So we get this, no, by simplifying 1/5 and d4 over n. So the integral of 2 to 6 1/5 x squared dx is equals to limit of x approaches infinite, the summation of 4 over 5n times 2 plus 4 sub I over n squared is equals to limit of x approaches infinite, summation of 4 over 5n times 4 plus 16 sub I over n plus 16 sub I squared over n squared. So the next process that we will do in this scenario is we distribute the 4 over 5n in the parentheses. So the integral of 2 to 6 1/5 x squared dx is equals to the limit of x approaches infinite, summation of 16 over 5n plus 64 sub I over 5n squared plus 64 I squared over 5n cubed is equals to 16 over 5n summation of 1 plus 64 5n squared summation of I plus 64 5n cubed summation of I squared. So you're probably wondering what happened in this equation. So we just remove the 16 5n, no, and we only left the 1, and next is we just only get the 64 5n squared and 64 5n cubed. So now after getting this, we can now apply the sum of natural numbers. 16 over 5n squared times n plus 64 over 5n squared times n plus 1 over 2 plus 64 5n cubed times n plus 1 times 2n plus 1 over 6. So it is equals to 16 times n over 5n squared plus 64 over 5n squared times 2n squared plus n over 2 plus 64 5n cubed times 2n cubed plus 3n squared plus n over 6. After that, we substitute the value of n, which is 1. So 16 times 1 over 5 times 1 squared plus 64 over 5 times 1 squared times 1 squared plus 1 over 2 plus 64 over 5 times 1 cube times 2 times 1 cube plus 3 times 1 squared plus 1 over 6. So finally, we can now simplify those equations. So we get 16 over 5 plus 64 over 5. So 2 over 2 is equivalent to 1 plus 64 over 5 times 6 over 6 are equivalent to 1 is equals to 16 plus 64 plus 64 over 5. Because the LCD of 5 are simply just number 5. So now the final answer is 144 over 5. Alright, so that's Riemann sum. From breaking curves into rectangles to estimating the area under a graph. Ganun siya natin maiintindihan step by step. Hindi man siya exact palagi, but it gives us a powerful way to approximate complex shapes. So yeah, that's Riemann sum in a nutshell. Sana mas naging clear siya for you. Practice lang and you'll get the hang out of it. Thank you for watching and see you in the next lesson. Bye-bye!